Warning, spoilers ahead. Okay, third time's a charm. All right, I'm just gonna do it normal. Well, oh my god, I need a beer. Welcome to the Operation STRIX podcast. I am your host, LaCroix. Joining me today is Roski Draftsman,
Hello.
Cool Blue Rays,
Hello.
Dancing Pineapples.
Hello.
Yay, we heard you. And Sid.
Hello.
I barely heard you, but that's fine. Welcome back, everybody. We've been gone for a month, which we've missed a lot. We missed out on Chapter 84, and today we're also going to be going over Chapter 85. Just like contextualizing everything, we last chapter, Chapter 84, we left. We got back in it with Fiona, Wheeler, and the other wise agents. They cornered Wheeler, got the information out of him, but he still knows the information. So they're trying to take him back to Wise HQ, and that's when Wheeler tries to take a hostage, and Fiona does not give a shit. She's ready to kill him in cold blood, which, you know, I
It's on brand.
That was, yeah, that's very on brand.
Good for her. Hashtag girl boss.
I mean, it was
I
pretty
love
dark,
women.
and I appreciated that. Like, it
Yeah.
wasn't silly or anything. Fiona was ready to be Fiona, so, you know,
Yep.
good on her.
Yeah.
And then Wheeler disappears into the sewer. Fiona takes chase. And this is... Okay, I was going to ask you this question, and I already know the answer to this question, but I feel like it is required of me. Roski, do you still feel like Wheeler was just a setup for a confrontation between Yuri and Lloyd?
No. I still do think he's essentially just creating conflict for their characters to resolve. But but no, I do have to admit I am very surprisingly pleased that he is turning to be someone who has actually put Lloyd against a corner. Sure, like now that he has beaten his ass,
Yes.
he was tired, he was wounded,
Yeah.
but still, like it's a bit of a breath of fresh air that someone actually puts up a fight against the heroes.
Yes, because Lloyd is still dressed up as Yuri, and he tries to fool Wheeler into believing that he's SSS, and Wheeler knows right away. And so Fiona comes up on them, and we talked about this plenty a couple weeks ago, but I really wanted to see Wheeler and Lloyd fight, just because it looks like Lloyd fucked him up pretty good, even though he lost. So like that would have been a really cool fight scene, but I guess Endo's already got a lot on his plate, so I won't complain too much about that.
I wonder if they'll animate that.
Yeah,
or not.
pacing.
Oh,
it's essentially a pacing issue. You know, like
Yeah.
the story wouldn't have benefited from seeing Lloyd fight, then lose, then see Fiona enter the fray, and well,
Yeah.
what
I mean,
we are seeing now.
I mean, I know it's not one of those shonen mangas, but I don't know. It would have been nice to have like a shonen moment where it's like, all right, yeah,
we
got
are
one fight.
having a shonen moment here.
We are.
Kick each other's ass.
We are having a shonen moment with all the muscle limitations bullshit that is more befitting of Rock Lee than this manga usually is.
Yes, we'll get into that because I totally want to talk about that, all the science involved and all of that fun stuff. The chapter 84. Oh no, I actually did some research on this, but chapter 84 ends with Fiona going full feral ape shit. And
We
like,
love that for her.
I fucking love that for her. It's so good. Especially, oh my god, it's so creepy. And like, most
Yeah.
people on listening to this, they don't know Snooze, but like that last panel of Fiona where she's like got her mouth, her hand over her mouth, and she got the gun, and she got the wild eyes. I don't know why, but that reminds me of like a Snooze drawing, and I
Yeah.
can't remember which one it is, but like I have like a distinct memory of that burned in my
No, yeah,
brain.
he
So
actually has done one that has an eerily similar pose.
right, okay,
Oh
so
yeah, it's definitely a snooze kind of style.
shout out Snooze. So that's how that ends on 84. 85 is
It,
the current chapter. Before we get into Lloyd and or I should say Fiona and Wheeler,
Wheeler.
yeah, I want to talk to you guys about what's her name?
Chloe?
Chloe.
Is it Chloe? Chloe, yes.
Yep, Chloe.
The girl that we were talking about in the very beginning of this arc.
My new baby girl.
She finally has
Baby
a name.
girl.
I mean, so far she is not really intimidating at all. So far.
Yeah, I mean, I like her already. I didn't really have any opinions on her besides, like, I don't know. I don't have any problems with her, so that's a good start, I guess.
Yeah. Well, so far, she seems like she's around the same age as Yuri. Maybe younger, but like a year, I would say. She's totally seems like just fresh out of high school, college student kind of vibe, especially with the way she looks.
Oh.
I was gonna say, she's like the anti-Fiona in that she's totally grossed out by her senpai.
I know, I'm
Yuri.
so relieved that she's like, ew, no, I'm not your sister. I'm not your damn sister.
I mean, by this point we know that it's common knowledge for the SSS that Yuri's a weirdo, but
yeah,
it is confirmation that it's not just his superior that has to deal with this shit.
Yeah, I do want to ask. Since I was at work today, I wasn't part of the discussion this morning. I literally got home like a couple hours ago, read the chapter, and now we're talking about it. So I have not conferred with any of my fellow podcasters. Are we shipping these two, or is that a thing, or are we just doing? We're not at that point yet.
I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know how to feel about it.
Yeah,
I like the idea.
I need to see more. I need to see more before I can decide if I think that.
I was gonna say there are definitely some people already on the shipping train.
She's got a pleasant character design. I will say that. Like I like
her attitude.
She's cute. She's a cutie.
Yeah, she's cute. I like her attitude. I like that. Yeah, I just like her so far. I really.
I guess the problem, as always, is Yuri here.
The fact that she smacked Yuri in the face about.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that she's the anti-Fiona. That's all I ever wanted from her.
You know what?
I'm serious. I'm
you did
so
say
serious.
That. You did say that.
I didn't want her to be a Fiona, and I'm so glad she's not. I'm glad she's just a normal fucking person.
Yeah,
I will give you
that. Because we had talked about it when this arc first started. Was I thought she was going to be a Fiona clone. So I will admit that to you. You were right. I was wrong. I'm glad I was wrong. So.
I mean, I expected her to be crazy in some way. Not in a Fiona way, but just a little crazy. But it's nice that she's, like, normal so far.
Yeah.
It's a strange
far.
It's a strange
as far as we know.
I mean, yeah, but I have to admit that it's a little strange that normal is a change of pace here.
Right. I do. I'm just like, Soul Eater is my favorite manga, and like that little like chop she does on his head reminds me of Soul and Maka. And
yeah.
I feel like I'm shipping them now.
Yeah.
That next panel where she's like hugging herself. That's seems to be kind of a common sort of young girl, I think, mannerism, right?
Yeah.
It was like, ew, this guy was like trying to like hug me. Disgusting.
Right. At least, I don't know. I hope she sticks around. I'm sure she will, because I don't think Endo would devote this much time.
I mean, low key, I'm already kind of getting like maybe a little bit of a Tsundere vibe, maybe.
Yeah, she's blushing a lot.
Maybe, but
maybe it's way too early to say, but that's just my guess until we can know more about her.
I mean,
I hope we'll see more.
I mean,
I hope we don't.
It wouldn't be the worst, but
I just hope that she isn't like gonna be Fiona, but well, obviously she's not like Fiona, but I don't want her to
But
be
you
like
know, a different flavor of
ridiculously
Fiona.
tsundere or something to the point that
Mhm.
she's like, I don't
Yeah.
know, beating Yuri. Well, maybe he deserves it. To be
I mean, he
fair,
deserves a beating, but
he
not,
does deserve a beating.
but not in
Kind of like a
a,
horny bonk.
but not in
Well,
a
he's already.
tsundere way.
Hey.
I'm so
What?
sorry,
horny
Yor. I'm
bonk.
so
Not
sorry.
Go to
No.
horny jail.
No, God,
Oh,
no.
no, not
No,
not this
let's
situation.
not
I hope
get there.
not.
Not the SSS horny jail.
No, I mean, we already have a little too much.
Oh, okay, all right. Let's move on from the thirst trap over here.
Please,
Um,
please.
yes.
Yeah,
Please.
We're
let's
leaving.
not
We're
get too much into it.
we're leaving Yuri and his potential girlfriend for now. We're gonna cut back
Okay,
to
okay,
Fiona
okay.
versus Wheeler. So okay, Fiona's full fucking crazy mode. Like that first panel of her where she's got the gun and she's just staring at him. That's
Her
the
eyes, the
creepiest
hair in her face.
fucking
Oh my God.
like that reminds me of like those yokai mangas like
Yeah.
the
I
Jujutsu
literally
Ito,
thought it was like The Grudge.
Yeah,
Like
that
yeah,
ring.
it does look like her.
terrifying as fuck.
We
Yeah.
love insane women.
We do.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Insane women with
to
their
a
hair covering their
point.
face. Like, oh my God.
About to go
Yeah.
absolutely nuts.
Like if you the crazy part is with the black hair, she kind of looks like Yor. Like that's like full Yor freak out mode potentially, but
I don't know though.
Whoa.
I
Except for
don't
her
look too
eyes.
crazy for that.
No,
yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah.
she actually looks like she's about to have a mental breakdown. I mean,
Oh, she
is
already
funny.
had her breakdown. Okay.
She's in the middle of her breakdown.
yeah,
you
and
know
it's only
what
gonna get worse from
You
there.
know what she reminds me of that like creepy pasta photo of like that woman with like the big eyes and the weird
And
smile.
the weird smile, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you guys know
Yeah.
what I'm
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
Fiona kind of reminds me of now that I'm looking at her more
Okay.
closely.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
weird
yeah.
because this is Fiona essentially doing a Juvia from Fairy Tail.
All right, so Wheeler's taunting Fiona like you can't beat me, like you're this tiny, you're not as strong as me, you're not as fast as me. I'm gonna take
You're
you in a fight, and there's
emotional,
nothing
blah,
you can do about it. And Fiona breaks his fucking arm and his face in one punch, but also her arm as well.
All of her limbs except for one, pretty much.
Yeah, she's
yeah. So
God.
she fucking
She's
Oh my
gonna be
God,
out for
I-
the count for a little
she's
while.
like the Black
I need to
Knight in,
know Who
in
taught
Monty
her
Python.
this? You can't tell me it was Twilight.
No, she's just like turning off her mental inhibitors. That's what they explain.
They
Like, she
say,
can
like-
fight as well as any other agent, but like she doesn't care about how much it's gonna ruin her, fuck up her arm.
Yeah.
She
doing
just
that.
wants Wheeler dead.
Yeah.
yeah.
I just noticed here that in the panel when Fiona punches Wheeler so hard, you can see like the indent in the muscle. Like one of his
Mhm.
tooth gets knocked right out of its
Yes.
Yeah.
thing.
I
I
immediately
saw that.
that.
I'm like, oh my God, that's insane.
Right.
Yeah.
And then one of my a friend in like in the DM, she was joking about like it's just like Deku.
I was just
Oh,
gonna bring
yeah.
it up. She goes full Midoriya.
You
Yeah.
literally, it's fucking
Yeah.
Fiona went
it's
Deku
the
mode.
same trope.
Midoriya
Well,
Shonen.
Yeah.
She's like,
so she's gonna flail all her broken limbs in the air.
yeah. Well, that's exactly what she did. She bitch slapped the hell out of him with her broken arm.
Yeah.
It's funny because even when she misses, she broke her arm. Like,
yeah.
well,
she
she
still
did
keeps
look
on
at her
going.
arm, technically.
So-
And I also want to say, like, I know this chapter is getting like super kind of creepy vibes, kind of what Endo's specialty is. I do
Mhm.
also find that like the way Lloyd's drawn with like this mask half hanging off his face and kind of peeling, and like you don't really see the eyes, and like the mouth is coming loose, like it's so kind of body horror in its own way,
Yes.
where it almost seems like his skin is peeling off, even though we know it's a mask. It looks so empty and
So
eerie.
puppet-like. It's
It
so
reminds me of-
creepy.
Yeah.
I just wanted to point out how creepy that is, and like it perfectly
It is.
goes
And
into
that-
like this horror
And that
aspect.
panel where she's about to punch Wheeler with her other arm, and her like her other
Her
arm,
arm
the one
is
that's broken,
flipped.
is just flopping.
I hated it. I
It's
hated
just
it. Like,
flopping.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at
I
it right
loved
now.
how creepy it was, but I hated how twisted and mangled
Yeah.
her arm looked. Like you could tell it
Yeah.
was completely fucked up.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't even imagine what this is going to be like when it's animated and you're hearing like bone crunches and stuff. Oh my
I can't
Damn,
god.
that
wait.
kick,
I
though.
can,
I
but
can't wait. Yeah.
Well, that's
am
because you
so
live
ready
in this
for-
shit, Roski.
yeah, I know, but
I love every
That's-
second of this. I love
last
Fiona like utilizing her crazy for a power up, which is because some people said this was bullshit and kind of
It
like that
is.
whole like like the myth that we only use 100% of we never use 100% of our brain power, which is a myth. But I've got it pulled up right now. It's a BBC
I don't
article.
think it's a myth. It's
It's
not
a-
even like the full strength of your muscles. It's like the adrenaline in that moment. Like there was this story about like a mom whose like car got flipped over and her kids were inside, and
Yeah,
she
I
literally
was
flipped the
thinking
car
exactly
over.
that. Like,
Yeah,
this is
exactly
kind
that.
of Fiona
We do
having
have that
that
on
super
video.
mom strength almost, except it's like love. Like,
So this
yeah.
article actually brings that up. It's bringing up the notion of a hysterical strength. So hysterical strength is that basically like life or death situations, that sort of thing. And basically, I mean, I'm just paraphrasing the article here, but according to the studies that they're quoting, most like maximum physical activity, maximum workouts only use like 60% of your total muscles. And even like Olympic athletes only use maximum like 80% of their strength. Just
Yeah.
because
Damn.
that's what your brain tells you that you can use without hurting yourself, when in actuality you can, but you're more likely to hurt yourself.
yeah, at that
I guess
point,
that's
So-
where
Yeah, so
Fiona
in this
is right now.
situation, Fiona could totally snap bones, including her own, in the
I mean,
in a fight.
mainly her own.
She
but-
did, yeah.
Yeah,
She definitely doesn't feel like any pain or anything either.
yeah.
No,
Well,
no.
yeah,
She's gonna be
she's gonna
feeling
feel
that
it later.
She's gonna feel it
It's
later.
it's a matter of adrenaline, so yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna
Wheeler,
hurt like a
Fiona,
bitch
Lloyd,
in the
and
morning.
Yuri gonna be in the
So
hospital just hanging out.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking this whole time. Is like, okay, well, Wheeler's probably down for the count. Yuri's fucked up. Although he's Yuri, so he's probably just gonna wrap a band-aid on it and call it a day.
yeah,
Lloyd's out. Lloyd's down for the count.
Absolutely.
Fiona's gonna be down for the count.
I'm
Everyone's
just gonna
fucked
say
up.
it now. Handler's about to yell at all of them.
Man, I just wonder what it's
I
gonna be like
can't
when
wait for
Lloyd comes
Handler
back
to
home.
Yeah.
What if he doesn't come back home? And like has to go
Oh.
into the hospital or medical treatment like immediately, so
Ooh, I
you
would
know he
fucking
doesn't
love
come
that.
home, and then yours like, oh my god, my husband's gone missing or something.
Yeah.
I mean,
because he
Wise
told
would
Yuri that
probably
he
call.
Blue.
come back.
Okay, there wouldn't be that much drama. Handler would probably call and tell him that, oh, your husband got sick or something or got hurt and he's in the hospital.
But Blue,
Make up-
Blue,
Yeah,
Blue.
yeah,
What
yeah.
if this ends up you're feeling guilty, and then she goes visits the hospital, and then like Lloyd's like
Oh
passed
my
out, and then she
God.
gives him the kiss?
Oh!
Please don't give me hope something like that.
You're being
Please.
so delusional.
I don't give a fuck, Blue.
I don't either. I support the throw. Go off.
I support the delusion.
I'm also delusional. It's fine.
You're making me too excited. That's not gonna happen. Oh,
Oh,
But
but
they
then
keep reiterating like the good, like the
I'm,
kiss. You know, welcome
it's so
home kiss.
juicy. Look, this whole chapter, it just like opens up everything because okay, there was something else they wanted to talk about. Oh, so that whole the whole bit when they're explaining like the 100% strength, like because they don't have
Yeah,
mental
yeah.
inhibitors, and the reason why Fiona doesn't have her inhibitors right now is because she's pissed off, and
Yeah.
she has this like superhuman strength. What if this is the reason why Yor has insane strength, except she knows how to control it?
Shit.
Oh,
ooh, that would
I
be a
don't
really
know.
good explanation for that.
I don't
Fiona
know.
and your fighting.
Oh, Yor would still kick her ass.
I know.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
Imagine,
yeah,
like,
your
them getting
will
set up
completely
again.
Yeah.
Fold her.
Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe I hate to bring up My Hero Academia again, but like, what if this is like Yor is All Might and like Fiona is like Midoriya? Like
Oh
Fiona's
my
like
god.
right. I mean,
I can't
she's
with the
learned-
mental
she,
image.
she
I'm
just
sorry.
did this. She doesn't know how to not hurt herself. Yor's been doing it since she was a kid, so she's just
I'm
like,
sorry.
fuck.
No, I have to draw your with the All Might smile.
Yes.
No.
Oh my god.
I'm in
I
agony.
hate everything about this, guys.
You're gonna put your wig on All Might.
All my
Your
your
might,
outfit.
your might,
Thanks for that,
all
mental.
Your might.
Your might. Oh my god. That's,
Your might. That's kind of sick. That's actually kind of sick.
That's
Someone's
pretty
gonna
fucking
make
sick.
someone's gonna make like a My Hero Academia AU now. You know that, right?
We already have one.
We
Yeah, I'm
already
pretty sure
have
we do
some.
have
Oh,
one.
do
Oh,
we?
I know so.
Oh, I forgot.
No.
Never mind.
Y'all are thinking
Oh,
far
man,
ahead
we
in the
we
future.
totally have to. We totally had to go there for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That is an interesting thought.
Right.
I like that theory.
Uh-huh.
I like that theory
It's
a
an
lot.
interesting theory. I'm not sure because the entire point of that kind of way of behavior is that your body ignores the signs of damage that your muscles and bones and other stuff are doing. So
Well, I mean, yours not pretty good at that either. Like, remember the time when she punched that dude with the metal stomach when she could have just killed him? Like, I love yours. She doesn't think 100% ahead of what she's
No,
gonna
she
do.
doesn't.
no, but I
We
mean,
love that about her.
but
though.
but her strength comes very casually. So, huh?
Well, I'm just thinking like maybe this is the reason why, and Yor has
It
experience.
could be a mix of it, like training and a little bit of that, like, well, like you said earlier, Crow, about like how even athletes only use up to like 80%. Like maybe yours found a way to balance the skill set she needs in order to kill, but also blocking a little bit of her inhibitors to be able to perform better,
Mhm.
but
You
not
know,
entirely. But it's like enough, obviously, that she's like very strong because
yeah,
she's
enough.
continuously able to use it constantly. That's the thing.
Yeah.
If she was always using it and always fucking up her body, I don't know how the fuck she'd be able to survive this long.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
doing that.
I was
Yeah,
going for
so-
that. I was going there like, yeah, there has to be some element of control even if she can.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe
I think,
maybe
if anything,
maybe it's
yeah.
like 99%. Like
She's like Mom Psycho.
Oh my gosh, she's Mom
Oh my
Psycho.
god.
She's Mom Psycho. When she gets to 100, it goes fucking insane.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
it's just
can't
really-
wait for that.
This just really wants me to like get your more backstory with her because we like really don't
I know, I really
anything
want-
about her growing up in the garden, and I just really want that
Definitely.
so bad.
God, maybe we'll get some of that after this arc if we're lucky.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
She
I
said,
hope.
if we're lucky. Like, we
Yes.
have ever been lucky.
I mean, we're getting pretty lucky with this arc. Like,
Well,
this is
okay,
checking
let's
off all the
maybe
buttons.
maybe if Lloyd's out of commission for a while and it kind of falls on Yor to maybe bring in some more money or something.
Ooh.
Maybe that's why we would get a little bit more Yor focus because she actually has to take on a bit more jobs. If Lloyd literally can't get away with, like, I can't just bring in more money or like the same amount of money as usual without actually fake working my job as a doctor. That's too suspicious, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
You know, maybe
good
that could
point.
happen. Maybe
Yeah.
we could get some more focus on Yor that way. And then actually some garden shit where she's like, I have to take on more jobs to provide for my family because my poor husband is mysteriously beaten to death.
Mysteriously
think-
beaten to death.
I mean, mysteriously. But, like, I'm assuming Wise just covers all expenses anyways.
They do.
I
but
mean,
what
yes,
Blue is
right?
saying, it's
but like if
suspicious.
Crow, not Crow. Oh my god, I keep messing up Crow and Lloyd. It's so funny.
You want me to be beat? I see how it is, bro.
Well, you have very dad energy about you, Crow. Okay.
I'll take that. I'll accept
But yeah, I think like with Lloyd, if he's gonna be shown to be physically hurt, unless his job is literally gonna be able to pay him while he's out of commission right now, which I mean, to be fair, that's probably very easy for them to do.
Yeah.
If that's
Y'all
not the
don't-
case, then,
Y'all
you
don't
know-
get paid when you're sick?
well, some jobs do. I mean, he's a doctor. Don't they usually provide like some kind of sick pay?
I mean,
or
they're
vacation
usually
pay?
rich, so they don't care. But I
Well,
don't know.
how it all
anyway,
works. In,
Anyway, okay, like
Estonia, I
yeah,
don't
but
know.
if Lloyd can't work, then Yor's obviously gonna be wondering, well, how are we gonna be able to cover for costs?
Yeah.
Like, for example, Anya's tuition. It's not gonna be fucking cheap to pay for that tuition, is it?
Right.
Unless they
Yeah.
already paid for it in full, which I doubt. But
Well, no, I see what
I
you're
don't
saying. It's
think-
like it's just like the money is there. Like, it's not gonna go away. But
yeah, but yours obviously going to think, oh, Lloyd can't provide money. He's not working. That's as simple as it is.
And she's gonna feel guilty. Like, she's gonna
that
want to help
too.
out
She
more.
might feel guilty about like, oh, Lloyd has to like dip into his savings, quote unquote savings, which is just a wise bankroll.
No, fuck it. The
Wait, but
taxpayer money.
guys, this is 100% dependent on Wheeler, Fiona, and Lloyd getting out of the sewers. After Fiona beats Wheeler's ass, she's probably gonna be out for the count. And guess who's on his way? Scarface.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I.
Scarface.
That was
And
that was what I was trying to bring.
Oh,
Yuri
yeah,
is leaving the
right.
sewer.
How are they gonna get out of the sewer when they're all passed the fuck out?
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, Fiona right now, like, okay, she beats Wheeler's ass, but she's effectively the Black Knight from Monty Python. Like no arms,
It's a
no legs.
flesh wound.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is but a flesh
So-
wound.
So yeah, that's actually the concerning part because Lloyd's on the count. So with Wheeler, so with Fiona, like Mr. Scarface is on the
Scarface is a mustache agent. He's dressed
What?
up as Scarface.
What?
Remember? I'm looking at it. I got it pulled up right now. Mustache agent is Scarface.
No, I thought Scarface was Scarface.
No, Scarface. The regular Scarface is back at the park or something. But no, I'm looking at.
Mustache agent is disguised as Scarface right now?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Wait,
What?
so wait a minute.
Wait, who's Mustache Agent?
The wise agent.
Midnight.
You know, the old mytho. The old
Oh,
old
Midnight,
man.
guys. I need you to use our fan and assign names.
Midnight.
That's
Midnight
fine.
then.
Oh, so it's a wise agent coming by.
Yes. So.
Okay.
Is it?
Okay.
So they're gonna be. Well, the question. Oh, okay, no. Yuri is not. He's already gone. Yuri's gone. I'm more
he's
concerned
out.
about Lieutenant, because I think he's heading towards there. So, are we gonna have a confrontation with Lieutenant and Mustache Agent / Midnight? Question mark.
Oh, that would be kind of cool.
I would
More
love
fucked
to
up
see
wise
backstory. I
agent
just
for
want
the
a
count?
name. Give me a fucking name. That's all I want. Like, I don't even care if he dies this time. Just give me a
Oh
name.
my god.
He's
Probably
our
gonna be like
most...
Stan or something.
No, I
Detective
hate
Stan.
that.
Detective
Stanford.
Stan.
At this point, I feel like we've seen Mustache more than Frankie. I miss Frankie. I hope he's doing well.
I do want to point out the whole Fiona fantasy of Yor and Lloyd
Oh
cuddling.
yeah.
Oh my god, right. 'Cause she thinks, oh, Twilight's gonna cry for when I die, and then Yor's gonna come in and comfort him. And then we got like an actually really cute little scene of like Yor comforting, crying, blushy Lloyd. I'm like, why the fuck isn't this real? Why? Like,
The
thank
crumbs
you,
are so
Nightfall,
small.
for
So
giving
we
us
know,
Yor
we know.
in the most
Endo will
unexpected way
draw it.
possible.
Endo will draw it, but not make it real.
Oh, yeah.
I know. It's like, what is this miraculous lady?
Also,
The
I
bar's on the floor. The bar's on the floor.
I didn't even like take it as cute. Like, I was like, because where she's like, "Oh, I'll make you forget all about her." I'm like, that doesn't sound innocent, and I don't think Fiona thought it as innocent either. Because immediately she's just like, "Fuck no, I ain't gonna die."
Like, you don't want
no,
that?
no,
You
no.
don't want Yor to kind of seduce her husband, though? That'd be kind of
I don't. I'm all for her. Fiona is not, is what I'm saying. Like,
Oh yeah.
because immediately she's like, "No, fuck that. I'm gonna
No,
survive. I'm gonna get my man back."
no,
And
like,
he'll survive. But man, I just wonder how like Lloyd, if this after this whole thing, whether like Lloyd and Fiona's relationship will change after this, or if since Lloyd is like out for the count.
no,
Yeah, honestly, I
this is a little too dramatic to not alter anything. In either.
Well, I at least hope that Twilight would express a little bit of gratitude for still being here, and he knows that Nightfall risked her life to save him, which is
yeah.
I don't think he
noble.
would.
I don't
I
think
think
Lloyd
he-
would appreciate that much. He would be like,
No, I do think he's gonna feel guilty.
Okay,
Oh, guilty.
what do we all think Lloyd's reaction is gonna be? Because me personally, I think he's gonna be pissed off at Fiona.
Yes, I
Ooh.
feel the same way.
Right.
He's like,
'Cause-
why did you do this? You could have left me to die down there.
Yeah, you should have left me to die. Yeah.
I feel like the selfish part of him that doesn't want to leave Anya and Yor.
I don't know.
would be maybe a little
Yeah.
happy that he's still around, but guilty. I think Roski's saying about guilty is
Yeah, I mean, she's
pretty
feeling
good.
like, I mean, she's probably gonna berate himself because she got sloppy. He got injured trying to subdue Yuri without killing him. Like, if
Wow.
he killed Yuri, he would be no worse for the wear when he fought Wheeler, and chances are he would have won against Wheeler.
Fair point.
He
Good
got
point.
injured. Well, he got beaten. Then Fiona
Two
had to enter
beaten,
the
yeah.
fray, unleash her fury, beat his ass, but got injured as well in the process. And all of this bullshit could have been avoided if Lloyd took the pragmatic decision. So Twilight is probably gonna feel guilty about how his compromised actions caused
Yeah.
damage not only to him but on the
Yeah.
mission, but also his co-worker. So.
That is a good point because he hesitated with Yuri, which he shouldn't have. So he's probably going to be like eating at himself inside. Like,
Yeah.
damn, because of this one decision that I hesitated. All this happened. So yeah, I can definitely see the guilt seeping in. So
I think it's gonna be like a hodgepodge of emotions. It's just gonna be guilt, regret,
I think he
anger.
is. I think going back to like the idea of feeling gratitude towards Fiona for saving his life, I think that's an interesting idea in that I think old Twilight would have just not said anything, would have ignored it, probably would have been like, "Why'd you do that?
Yeah,
You
kind
shouldn't
of
have let your
reprimand her for like
emotions
you were
in."
sloppy
But
as an
I
agent.
think, yeah, I think if he does say like even a small thank you, I think that really shows that he's fundamentally changed as a person.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Because
that would be nice.
Like, even if he maybe, like, before he, would have been like, I'm just another agent. We all take risk in this line of work. And so, don't put yourself at risk for another agent, especially to this extent. But, like we've talked about, I would like to believe, maybe this is delusional of me, but I would like
the
to
bar
believe,
is in hell.
I would like to believe Lloyd actually wants to stick around long enough to like see Anya grow up, for example. Wild, but that's what I'm kind of hoping that maybe there's like a bit of reflection from Lloyd about, him trying to preserve himself, like kind of that self-preservation. I mean, obviously he was gonna like all of them are going to work as hard as they can to preserve themselves until the very last moment in this line of work.
But I don't think as a character Lloyd has ever shown like self-sacrificial tendencies in the way that like other characters from other manga I've seen.
Not
like,
that dramatically. His is probably it's more pragmatic, more like practical. Like, if there is a chance that you could put yourself at risk, if like the risk is too high, don't do it, basically. That's as simple as it gets for him. It's like, don't risk it if you feel like you can't actually save the person you want to save or get the goal you want to get. Just like keep yourself alive. That's what I think that's what like his philosophy has been for such a long time. I mean, that's how he survived as a kid. Keep yourself alive no matter what happens, no matter what you do, keep yourself alive, survive. And he's finally at a point in his life where like he doesn't have to survive. He can live a life with Yor and with Anya, and that's a taste of something he hasn't had for such a long time. I feel like that would in some way change him.
I'm glad you brought that up because that reminds me of that video I shared with you guys at one time. It was it's on YouTube. I'll post a link in the description, but it's the interview with the former director of Department of Disguise for the CIA, and her whole thing was that the one thing that they always said regarding like missions or something like that is you can like any field agent, if there was like a mission or something, or if they were supposed to meet somebody, and for whatever reason, if they just felt weird about the situation, they had the complete right to just say, hey, we're not doing it today, we're gonna regroup, we're gonna do it some other time. I don't know why I feel this way, but I don't think this is a good idea. Nobody's gonna get in trouble for that. And the whole mentality is like, you know your mission overall is worth more than you going about like just running in there like guns blazing, just to like sacrifice yourself, because you being alive is more important because you are able to get more done by being alive. You know what I mean? Like you're serving the
Right.
greater good by
Eh,
serving
yeah,
yourself in that
it's a
situation.
pragmatic
Yeah.
approach, because if you, I mean, it's a prudent approach if you were to just throw agents without caution at the wind. In fact, there's a lot more potential harm, because if they die, they might unveil information or cripple the existing force that might be within the territory. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just pragmatism.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're just being practical. They're not trying to do this for the glory or anything. Like that was something Lloyd pointed out in the beginning of this entire series, was that, no one is ever going to know I did this. No one's ever going to thank me for it. But that's not what matters. What matters is that you got the job done and you were alive to see another day.
Yeah.
And it's a very, I think, interestingly enough, being a spy, as dangerous and as risky as it is, it's almost quite humbling to know that your efforts are not meant to be seen. No one is ever supposed to know you did these things, no matter how amazing or how insane they were. That's not the role of being a spy, an agent like that. You just do good work. As well as like any other person kind of lives about their day. You do good work and you hope that it makes some difference in the world, but you have no way of guaranteeing it. You just hope that you did something.
Right.
Yeah.
I think
Yep.
I want to talk to you guys about Fiona's emotional maturity in this chapter, because on the one hand, yes, she's going full psycho mode and like destroying her body, but one thing that I really like is this opposing viewpoints between Wheeler and Fiona, and how Wheeler Fiona points out, like, you have no one to believe in. You're just an empty man. You've given up in the world, and all you do is meddle in it for no reason other than your amusement.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I do think that while Lloyd and Fiona both have the same goal of, ultimately they're living for other people and like doing these things to protect people. I
Right.
think Fiona is more emotionally mature in the sense that she openly admits that and like owns up to that. Whereas Lloyd, even though he practices it, he doesn't like preach it. Like he doesn't like tell himself that. Like he's in denial, I think, to a point where he's just like, like it goes back to how the series first started, where he's like, I'll just let this kid die. My job is way too important for me to die, or something like that. But whereas Fiona, I don't know, she might have made the same call, but I feel like I don't know. I guess I'm asking, what do you guys think about it? Like, do you think?
No. Yeah.
I'm mixed
She's
on that.
honest to herself, she's honest about the fact that these are the feelings she has towards Twilight, and it's not towards just pure altruism and being a good West Stallion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like seeing the way Fiona acts about Twilight, the way she was talking about this, it part of it kind of reminds me of kind of like I guess religion in a way. The belief in something or someone, and you believe it so hard that you're willing to, devote your entire life towards it. Religious people who very much believe in what their faith is so strongly, even though there's no kind of guarantee of a return, almost, at least in their case, I will say. Fiona is very much a bit selfish, or very selfish, because she very much believes that if she works at this, if she puts all her eggs in one basket, let's say, it will yield the results that she wants. And we can argue that Lloyd never gave her the impression that he would ever return those feelings per se, and like we don't really know where she got this idea in her head, so adamantly believing that being useful to Twilight makes me someone worthwhile to him.
Yeah. I mean, I can argue that religions do have a mindset that does try to reap the benefits of some actions, but I get your point. It's like having this kind of figure to, well, let's say idolize,
Yeah, that's a
gives her
nice
drive.
polite way of saying what she
Yeah,
does.
yeah, it gives her a drive and a purpose and
Exactly. Yeah.
something
No,
and
that's
someone to
like
trust.
basically like what I was trying to think up, is that Fiona, she people who have a goal, who have something in mind, that's what keeps them going. And I will definitely say that when you have hope and when you have something to cling on to that keeps pushing you to keep doing what you're doing even when you're not happy with it, that is a very effective way to live your life a lot of the time. Yeah.
The interesting thing is that Wheeler is not completely wrong here. We don't really have a good grasp of his motivation. We do have now a little on his mindset. No, like I don't trust anyone, therefore I have uh,
Like nothing
uh
holding him back.
I have nothing holding back, and I have like a clear view of everything. Like I mean, I do think that's a little flawed because he's a smug asshole. So like, are you really seeing the whole picture if you can't form emotional bonds? But uh, he's right that the emotional nature of both Twilight and Fiona are compromising them. In the end, yeah, Fiona is kicking his ass, but at her own expense. And
I
it
mean,
already has proven that Twilight deciding to not kill Yuri has pretty much taken a toll on him. So Wheeler is not completely wrong here in a very roundabout way.
no, not necessarily. I mean, I disagree with that. I think maybe within the context of what you're saying with Lloyd, you know, um, in this very specific
I mean,
circumstance, it is
I mean,
you're correct in that. I just
I,
think that Wheeler is simply doing what uh I don't want to say narcissistic because it's not narcissistic, but he's very
uh,
much cherry picking his reasoning to make himself sound like he knows
yeah,
what he's talking about,
I
like
do think he
validating
makes.
himself.
I mean, yeah, I mean, his observations aren't wrong. It's just that his views about himself are skewed. Like, yeah, you can see the broader picture if you don't bring emotions into certain situations, but like at the end of the day, let's take the most pragmatic, remorseless, anti-ethic, evil spy that there has been. They're still doing stuff because they have some drive. There's are people that are doing um, a lot of evil things without the full context in the hopes that some good comes out of it. And we do know what the good that Twilight is seeking is. A world where children don't cry. And as selfish as Fiona's motivation is, we do know that of her. Wheeler doesn't seem to have that, at least yet. Yeah, you're seeing the broader picture. For what?
So I think Wheeler, because okay, and I'm gonna go requote that interview that I was talking about with the CIA director of like they I obviously this is shonen and things are gonna be blown up in proportion, it's entertainment, but at the end of the day these are government workers and like you have to rely on the people that you work with. You can't be a spy and assume that literally everyone else that works with you is out to get you, because that's just gonna be your downfall in the end. Like it's not gonna end well for you in that situation. And that's what Wheeler is preaching right now. He's like, I don't trust anyone, I don't invest anything into anyone. I don't even think he's loyal to SSS. Like if another country came in and offered him money, he'd probably just give him the all the information
Yeah,
to that country
yeah.
too.
I
Like
do think
No,
that.
yeah,
Like,
I mean,
Yeah.
what he's like kind of preaching, I mean, that's basically what he does every day. He's not trustworthy. He goes from person to organization, like, saying, hey, I can offer you something if you can give me something back in return. They can't
no.
trust him. They're just using him and he's using them. That's kind of just his mentality.
Right.
Like, there's no
Yeah.
loyalties, nothing like that, because he won't give it and he won't be able to receive it in return. So, like, it's that what confirmation bias? You get what you
Yeah.
give,
Yeah.
basically.
Basically. I mean,
Yeah.
you're gonna die. I guess is the takeaway from that is like if you act like Wheeler and you live like Wheeler, you're going to die. And like I think
Or at
he
least die
knows that.
alone.
Die
I mean,
alone, yeah.
they're
You
gonna
ain't
die
gonna have no
faster
friends.
and alone. We're gonna die all day, so we're all gonna die
Yeah.
someday. So
Well, he gonna die quickly. With nobody there to hold his hand.
I mean, nobody's gonna give a shit if he dies.
Yeah, no one's gonna mourn for his loss or anything.
Right.
And,
And
like, maybe that doesn't matter to him.
Yeah.
But
And nobody is going to be there to help Wheeler. Like, nobody's there to help Wheeler. Lloyd has Fiona. Fiona has Mustache Agent. Mustache Agent has all of the Wise personnel. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know, granted, Yuri and them were gonna go help, but at this point, like, I don't think
I don't think they care about him more than they care.
But they don't. Yeah, they don't necessarily care about Wheeler. They care about the information, and they care about beating Wise.
basically, like, it could have came from anyone.
Like,
Right.
yeah, even Yuri has like Lieutenant Chloe. Whatever.
Chloe, yeah.
Chloe, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he's alone.
Yeah.
It's like, what is his motivations for doing what
Yeah,
he's doing?
that's actually
really,
what
nothing...
bugs me. Like, okay,
Hashtag
you
chaos.
have the whole picture,
Chaos.
but for what? You're sounding like QAnon conspiracy or something. Like,
I know, because I had assumed that he was like originally like an SSS officer turned into a mole for Wise, and I thought he was coming back to Austania because, you know, like, he wanted the prestige or something from SSS, from Austania's government almost, for doing all this work, and it's like he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
I wonder where he even comes from, because what if he's from
So
Solace and he's just like, you know what, I'm just gonna fuck around.
He was a Wise agent originally.
Oh,
So
he was?
No, he was a mole.
Yeah.
They described him as a mole, so he was already working for SSS when he went in there.
Yes, but he was a Wise. Really, he was a mole before Wise, because I remember Twilight said that he worked with Wheeler on a previous operation.
But yeah, but that's the thing. Like,
that's his cover. He's Wise.
I mean,
well, so I mean, either way, it doesn't really make a difference. He's not really either.
Well, I think it does matter, at least in the sense that, you know, it does contextualize like how much of an asshole he really is if he was originally Wise and then he just went turncoat and just like went to SSS. Although I think he was SSS before, because
he had to be, because why would he go into Wise knowing that what they're supposed to be doing, their goal is to try to keep the peace? Like, you can't really, his mentality, his goals do not align with Wise's code whatsoever. So why would they even hire him under that? You know,
I don't
like,
know.
He must have already been an SSS officer or something,
Yeah,
and went into Wise pretending that that's what he cared about, that he agreed with them.
I don't know.
Man, thinking so deep into this, it's just like...
Yeah. Well, I mean, it does beg the question, because I'm looking at chapter 84, and he's when he's gonna go and take off Lloyd's mask, he's like, it couldn't hurt to have one more gift for the SSS. I'm like, you could take that as like him like offering up some stuff in exchange for, you know, maybe he doesn't work for SSS directly, maybe he's just like a hired spy, you know what I mean? Like, so like
right,
outside
like some
the agency.
kind of, like a third party, kind of like doing his own thing.
Yeah.
Much like Daybreak.
Yeah,
but like,
it's Daybreak, I guess he goes with. Like, if whoever offers him the most like money or whatever's like most.
You know, if it had been the case, then if Wise had the money, they could have just offered him like, hey, we'll give you $1 million to not reveal our secrets.
I'm not sure.
Like, if it was just about the money,
yeah,
Wise could have made an offer about
but he already
that.
knows the info is the problem, so like, even if they let him go,
yeah, they wouldn't have been able to let him go. I think he knew that. That's why he probably just left or ran.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's so interesting. Like, how long is he going to stay around? And if he's not going to come back,
I don't think he's going to stay around much longer.
He's got his everything broken.
Oh
my fucking god, he fucking did.
Yeah.
I sure fucking hope he's dead. That would be.
Yeah, this
like
Nye impersonator needs to go.
You know, I just thought of this though, but like when Crow, you mentioned that you wish that we saw that more of the fight between Lloyd and Wheeler, because it makes me think of the whole cruise arc with Yor. You know, how she was like reflecting in her mind over, like, she was kind of like she got to the point where she's like, oh man, I'm gonna die here, and she had her own moment where she was just like, oh well, I have all these people in my life that I got to stay alive and fight for.
Yeah.
And it just kind of makes me like, man, I wish we had something like that with like I don't know what was going through Lloyd's mind during with Wheeler. So it's like,
oh yeah,
some of that after this.
Maybe we'll get a flashback on that. Like
that's what I'm hoping for.
Dying.
Well, I think it's possible in either the next chapter or like, okay, I foresee in the next chapter, obviously Wheeler's down. I think Wheeler's done. Fiona's probably done. So like
Lloyd's
I think
done.
all three of them are gonna be on the floor just dead. And so Lloyd's probably, he's either knocked out or he's like can't move and like he'll just be thinking about things, or maybe he'll think about things in the hospital because he's going to the hospital. Like I'm pretty fucking sure like everybody's going to the hospital after
They're all
this.
going to the hospital.
Yeah. Even
the
Yuri.
bodies hit the floor.
Oh my god, sis.
So yeah, I mean, there's gonna be juicy drama, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's the part that interests me the most.
Okay.
There's no way this. Okay, I said that's the last arc. Never mind. But
yeah, don't jinx us.
No, but
you know what might be interesting is if, like Lloyd ended up in a hospital in Shrewsbury, and Yor had to take Anya like out there to go see him or something.
Oh god.
I don't know because they can't transport his body. What if they have to visit him there and they're like, "What the fuck is he doing in this other city?"
Did you say identify his body?
Oh my god.
Oh, is he dead? Is this gonna be a Jujutsu Kaisen? Is he just gonna die?
Lloyd in the box.
No, I mean, mustache Asian is still like kicking, right? Like he can just throw everyone in the van and drive back.
Yeah. Mustache Agent, he's coming.
He's gonna be pulling.
The good guys won. Just dragging them by their feet, just fucking.
Instead of throwing bodies into the sewer, he's just taking them out.
I mean, basically, this played out as well as we had hoped. Like Wise won, but barely. They, like, barely won.
I loved that.
Which I do enjoy, yeah. Ugh. I love that, like, in SSS and Wheeler were able to, like, oh my god, they both went after Twilight and fucked him up, and then Fiona came in and fucked up Wheeler, and just, like, you know, it's like that, you know, they, an eye for an eye kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
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 Also, I was, like, low-key annoyed and laughing at the part when Yuri was speculating, like, how did like Twilight know how I sound and look? And he's like, wait, what does it mean? And he's like, oh my god, are you like so concussed you can't fucking think anymore?
Well, yeah, he got bashed on the head with a pipe.
I know, it was just a little frustrating because we had hoped that that's like what his conclusion would have been, and now we just didn't get that.
Second impact syndrome.
I need that to not be written off. I need us to all come back to that. Like I need in next chapter, you're just sitting in the hospital wondering, what does it mean?
What does it mean?
I mean, it's gonna come back at some point. But I think that for the time being, it's just gonna be left as a joke.
Yeah. Well,
I mean that's what it looks like. You know that they brought it up, played a joke. But it's gonna stay there. It's gonna stay there, and eventually, like, oh crap, it means this.
Maybe, yeah, they're gonna cook on it for a while, which I don't mind.
I don't mind either. But
yeah,
remember
slow burn.
Remember the first chapter where Yuri went to visit, or Yuri after he visited their apartment. He literally came up to his captain the next day and was like, "What if my sister's new husband is Twilight?" And his captain was like, "Bro, you're a fucking dumbass. You're being so stupid right now." Little did we all know.
But yeah, like there has to be an aftermath to this. You can't just beat the shit out of half the cast and say, "Oh, by the way, they just bandaged and."
Yeah, we can't just brush over this.
Yeah,
and
they
can't. It was all a dream.
Like, I feel like it's going to be something that's going to brew inside of Yuri in days to come. He's just going to be like standing there.
I think it's going to be something he's going to think about like 20 chapters from now. I think we've seen the last of Yuri this arc, unfortunately.
Yeah. But I was hoping for a little bit more, but you know what? I'm really happy with everything we got. I like all the confrontations. I like all the fights we got. They were really fucking good.
Yeah. Honestly, this arc is top for me. Like,
oh yeah, it's up there.
I've been
I really
enjoying
enjoyed
it,
this
yeah.
one. I am so glad. Like, oh my god, after hijacking,
We always come back to the hijacking.
I was just feeling
It's
real
always
pessimistic.
the damn hijacking.
Sorry about that. That was my phone. I got the Etsy notification. As a seller and stuff.
Blues
anyway,
wheeling and dealing. Well, we still have a ways to go for the rest of this arc. Definitely, we're going to be here in the next couple of weeks to talk about chapter 86.
Oh yeah, that's not coming until August 6th, which is ironically 8/6.
Okay. Hey. Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh,
That's
wow.
marketing right there. Yeah. So
I should Endo plan for
that
this
is 2
moment.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks, we
that's what
get.
it says.
Do you think it'll be a short chapter, or do you think it'll actually be a chapter again? Because
I hope it's a chapter. I don't want pandas.
Zoo chapter.
Yeah.
I'm just like preparing myself for the day where it's like, oh, we're gonna get a short mission because we haven't had one in a while. So I'm like, I'm trying to,
No, I do think the ball has been rolling a little too steady. So
yeah, I'm just preparing myself for the worst.
Damn, y'all said he's been too consistent.
I know. That's why I'm like, I'm expecting it.
Yes.
Oh my god, guys!
Can't be disappointed if you're already disappointed.
Yeah, that's great. That's good advice. That's good life advice.
I expected nothing, and I'm still disappointed.
Honestly, that sounds like something Lloyd would say to Anya.
That's the secret cap.
Come here, daughter. Let me tell you some words of wisdom.
Yeah, you can't be disappointed if you're already disappointed.
Now go to school. Yeah.
But then Anya will be like, I expected nothing, and I'm still disappointed.
Not Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah. I think about that a lot.
Are we really having a Malcolm in the Middle reference in this, the year of our Lord 2023?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Fantastic show.
Yes.
It's still golden comedy.
I know. But, anyway, well, regardless of whether it's a chapter or a short chapter, we'll probably be here next episode. Sorry for all of those people. Me personally, I put down that we were going to do an episode on chapter 84. It's really hot in Texas, and I got super sick, and then I didn't want to talk to people, so that's all on me. Sorry about that. Won't happen again, probably, or at least I hope not. But in the meantime, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up for today. We kept it at 103. 104. I'm proud of us. We didn't go over time on this time.
All right.
Woo! But,
Almost.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and close it up for today, guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you all again soon. Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye.